Record.
Maybe you can, yeah.
But I don't know where this is getting recorded to, cloud or my computer. Anyway. Yeah, so I was saying that Sanjung, I learned a lot from the process that you were following and all the learnings that came from that. And so like we thought that it's going to be good to kick it off as soon as possible and not wait for everything to develop first and then think about where to place it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is the right way to go. Thanks for sharing. So my item, there is really a big and rather radical change from the CI/CD private catalog. So we discussed this a lot, and this came up and inspired me a lot while I did the journey map exercise. And I didn't feel it's right to having this private CI/CD catalog scope per namespace because we have interviewed several self-managed instance customer. It could be really multiple namespaces. I'm not going to disclose the exact number, but it could be a lot. Of course, it depends on the organization size. And now Dove announced this change, and this will impact a bit of our product roadmap or the timeline. The design-wise, the impact is not that big, but I think this is the right way to go. So I was fully supportive about this change. And yeah, you can see that now we simplify the structure. So we will have one organization catalog and one open source catalog that is kind of similar to the marketplace. And I have personal updates, so you can read through it. I might need to reschedule some of our coffee chat or one-on-one if I need to, from next week until the end of September. Wanted to share with you all. So Hayana's item.
Emojis are not working.
Yeah. It's mostly command control shift that works for me to show the model for the emojis. I use it a lot, so not shift, sorry, space.
Okay, so Diana is not here, so we can just go through this asynchronously. Maybe we can move to research then.
Yes. So I am just analyzing all the sessions from how do we use AI to help users optimize their runner and CI builds. And it was pretty cool. We used like a decision tree process from this book on AI that I'm reading. And basically the idea is if you can put the decisions into like clear if then statements, then you have support that you can automate this workflow a bit. And so we didn't know if it would be like, I think about this, but that's related to this. And then this is really, but actually it's like pretty straightforward. Anyway, so I won't go into the results, but I'm working on the report and that'll come out. I think I'll share it with the UXR team soon, and then it will come out next week. But there's really good information in there about just the details that people need to make decisions, and kind of the outcomes for optimizing pipelines. And the process is very trial and error. And set it and forget it. That's the main thing. So I think that's like one of our CI learnings, just like the biggest thing I've learned at GitLab is that they don't think of these things in their minds either. Like they specialize in it, they execute, and then they go away. But I think that there's also findings related to how to like support teamwork. So I think you'll like the report. And then next week, or as soon as I kind of like get my mind into that report, then I'll start working on this, how users are using GitLab in the cloud. And Will, do you want to ask your question?
Yeah, could you just elaborate a little bit more on the effort?
Yeah, so I'm actually very proud of us as a product company that we're like ready to move into this space. So we're looking at kind of the connection points between GitLab and the cloud and like where the workflow links are, kind of the tools that users are using. And that'll inform in part some integrations that we're building, like soon with GCP, but then also like long term, what works well in terms of the integrating and what doesn't. And that's actually, Will, where I think we can bring in some questions about like resources and whether or not they should live at the project or the group level, and like how teams access like secrets, for example, like where do those get stored in GitLab?
Mhm.
And is it like higher up organization? Because I'm thinking a lot about this new change that's coming related to organizations, which Tanu knows because that's like the new play with the catalog, which I think is really smart, which is to put it up there. But then I'm wondering, like, what else could we move up there? Like maybe the secrets because they're organized at this company level. But that's what we can look into.
Talking about that, Erica, I like, can you like later go and chime into the issue that I've created for navigation and like share your views there? Because yeah, we don't want, even though I have mentioned about like taking it out of CI/CD, if there's any research that points at we should have it maybe as a part of the my navigation or at a higher level in navigation, we should be aware of that, and that would help us inform the methodologies that we would like select for research.
Okay. I think we haven't gotten that detailed because that's actually like really
Yeah.
tactical. And most of the research so far has been like, what is a secret? So, but I'll put the lens on there, but I think I won't have much.
Yeah.
But I think from this study, we might get something.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great. And by the way, I've also picked this up based on your recommendation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be
Okay.
starting today.
You can read that
Uh,
chapter. Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I just had another like follow-up question. Are you only looking at GitLab SaaS users? I was trying to read through your issue. And I mention that because one of the teams that I work with in enablement, currently the application performance group, is
Okay.
changing their name to Cloud Connector,
Okay.
and they're focusing on self-managed users, essentially giving them access to like AI features and things that would be available through GitLab SaaS, but at the self-managed level. So that might be a good team to connect with, in terms of this research.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you. I think we landed on the SaaS users.
Yeah, but either way, I think they
No,
would at least be interested.
no, that's so helpful, Will. Thank you. I'm embarrassed that I can't quickly find that in the issue, but it's okay. I'm on this other project.
Yeah, so if you want to ping their entire group, I can list the channel there, and then I can also list the PM as well.
Okay, cool. I'll just put thank you. Thank you, Will. Go team. And then I have just this note. I have to find it but I'm watching the sessions again and again, so it's coming. But there's this lovely quote about how we made a change and the details people could see about the pipelines completing. And this woman was like, I love it. I used it the other day to show my executives that I need more funding for my pipelines because I could show like kind of the times and how if we reorganize things, this would impact the times. And then she used that to buy more of our product. So that's like the best. You can put this in your portfolio, Vithika.
Where are we showing the pipeline summary? I'm sorry.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I don't know, but what she was telling me was that the new way that she can look at the metrics allowed her to make this argument. I need to I'll pull up the quote.
Okay.
It was Priyanka.
Okay, nice.
Any other updates before I go, Erica?
No, thanks for checking.
No problem. So I don't necessarily have anything connected to delivery or dedicated this week. I guess just to announce what I'm working on outside of that. Doing some research for organizations that I think Erica talked about in the UX Weekly call earlier in the week. So I included the research issue, and I've been constantly like adding and refining research questions there. And then I'm doing a workshop on breaking changes. So I'm adding people from different departments at the moment and could be doing that soon. And it's going to be kind of a mix of async and synchronous workshop parts.
I was looking for Jocelyn in the list because, I mean, given how much she has been struggling with breaking changes, and I see her there.
Yeah, that was somebody who came up pretty quickly in conversations with the PM that I'm working with, Sam. He was like, Jocelyn, definitely, let's include her.
Yeah.
But if you have any other suggestions on who might be a good person to include, let me know.
Sure.
But that's all the updates that I have this week.
Okay, so with this, we are at the end of the agenda. Anything that someone wants to bring up? If not, then this is it. It's in the meeting here. Bye, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.